Artificial insemination is really common in humans and in livestock. In tigers and almost all the zoo species, it's still really experimental. It's worked. Historically, there's been 4 pregnancies produced by artificial insemination in tigers, but it only works about 10% of the time. It's this really valuable tool that we would like to have and that we'd like to be able to use to manage our tigers, but there's still a lot of research and development that goes into getting it to the point where we're getting 50% pregnancies or better. They're endangered in the wild, and there's really not that many in zoos, and so the SSPs are really designed for long-term preservation and conservation of these species. So that's why the genetics aren't so important. Their goals are really to maintain genetic diversity over like a 100 or a 200 year period. So we can make sure that these tigers are around, that people can come to the zoos and see them. There have been births from artificial insemination and in vitro fertilization in the past. Actually, several of those occurred in Omaha. There's just not a lot of people doing it. When you think about humans or cattle or things like that, there's hundreds of scientists all over the world working on it. And for tigers, it's kind of us. The group in Cincinnati is working on jaguars. The group in Smithsonian is working with cheetahs and clouded leopards. Everybody kind of picks their species and tries to do as much as they can for them. And for so many of them, we're starting from scratch. We don't know a lot about them. We know more about tigers than a lot of zoo species, but compared to cattle and mice and things like that, we're just starting to scratch the surface.